Hello and welcome back to our YouTube channel with another informative video from Science and Space. And this time we are back with Artemis Lunar Rover. Before going through the Artemis mission, please support us by subscribing our YouTube channel. The Artemis program is a robotic and human moon exploration program, led by the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, of the United States, in collaboration with three partner agencies: the European Space Agency, the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, and the Canadian Space Agency. If the Artemis program is successful, it will re-establish a human presence on the Moon for the first time since the Apollo 17 mission in 1972. The Space Launch System, SLS, Orion spacecraft, Lunar Gateway Space Station, and commercial human landing systems, notably Starship HLS, are the program's main components. The program's long-term goal is to construct a permanent base camp on the Moon and facilitate human expeditions to Mars. The Artemis program is a partnership between government space agencies and private spaceflight enterprises that is held together by the Artemis Accords and supporting contracts. The treaties have been signed by 21 countries as of July 2022, including long-standing U.S. space allies, such as the European Space Agency, as well as agencies from Canada, Japan, and the United Kingdom, and growing space powers such as Brazil, South Korea, and the United Arab Emirates. The Artemis program was formally launched in 2017 under the Trump administration. However, many of its components, like as the Orion spacecraft, were constructed during the preceding Constellation program, 2005 to 2010, and after its abandonment during the Obama administration. Orion's maiden launch, and the first deployment of the Space Launch System, was originally intended for 2016, but was pushed out to 2022 as the Artemis 1 mission, carrying robots and mannequins. The crewed Artemis 2 launch is scheduled for 2024, followed by the Artemis 3 crewed lunar landing in 2025, the Artemis 4 docking with the Lunar Gateway in 2027, and further yearly moon landings. However, some analysts believe that the program's cost and timeframe will be overruns and delayed as a result of NASA's poor contractor management. What are the recent developments in Artemis mission? Recently, the U.S. Space Agency NASA has once again postponed the attempt to launch the Moon rover. This is the second time NASA has postponed the mission. NASA has previously tried to send its most powerful moon rocket to the Moon, but this attempt was delayed before launch, because the controllers from this rocket failed to stop hydrogen leakage. Earlier, NASA prepared to send humans to the Moon, but it had to be delayed due to technical problems in the final stages. But despite this situation, hope remained at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. "We have to show you, we have to be ready, we have to see what we bring in the next day," the manager of NASA's Artemis mission told before postponing the effort. According to NASA's plan, this 100-meter-long rover will leave for the Moon. There has been no such project since the Apollo mission in 1972. Artemis 1 is actually a demonstration of technology. No staff will be present on this occasion, but everything will be according to the plan, and then in 2024, humans will definitely travel in Artemis 2. NASA astronaut Jessica Meir has said that everyone should show patience because this is their first flight and no one should be surprised if this flight comes to a halt again. "Yes, it's disappointing, but it's not unusual," Jessica said in a statement. "It's part of how things are going at NASA. Eventually, humans will also travel in SLS, my friends, my colleagues. So we have to make sure that the test flight goes well." The SLS flight could not take off because its controls could not be sure that the rocket's 4 major engines were properly ready for the flight. Shuttle Era power units are cooled to -240 degrees centigrade during countdown. so that they do not get shocked by cryogenic propellant at launch, a process that will emit gases kept at very low temperatures in a liquid state. But one sensor was indicating that engine number 3 could be 15 to 30 degrees below the temperature where it must be. Although the sensor was malfunctioning, Bill Mundell, who is associated with Aerojet Rocketwatch, says that if it takes off, it will likely be ignored. After reviewing all the data and other indicators, he said that engine number 3 could have been a little colder than the others. The former astronaut, who now works for Northrop Grumman, makes white giant boosters for the SLS sides. He told, in terms of weight, SLS is like a shuttle. Apollo's Saturn V rocket was completely different. I have never seen him personally. For the shuttle, it looked like boosters were bright. SLS should be the same. The first phase of power will last only 8 minutes while going over the SLS. It will put the top of the rocket, which is still attached to the Orion capsule, into a highly elliptical orbit. That will see the two of them return to Earth without any effort. Therefore, the upper stage will have to raise and rotate the orbit before extending Orion in the direction of the Moon. Confirmation that the capsule will go to its track at a speed of 30,000 kilometers per hour will have to reach 2 hours and 5 minutes after launch. According to the plan, the length of the mission is only 38 days. As a result, Orion will return to the Sea of Santiago soon. Lockheed Martin, who made the capsule, says that 38 days is much more than 21 days that astronauts should spend in spacecraft. Annette Hasbrook, a senior assistant for NASA's Orion program, says that in this mission, engineers want to expand the spacecraft to know its limitations. The reports are circulating that following the postponement of the Artemis 1 mission in the first week of September 2022, NASA has set 2 new dates for the next attempt to launch its huge lunar rover on an uncrewed mission: September 23, 2022 or September 27, 2022. That's all. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe our channel. Like and share the videos and don't forget to hit the bell icon.